Now let's go into Abraham and Sarah. Now, if you know the story about Abraham and Sarah, Sarah couldn't have any children. So she told Adam to go into her handmaiden, which was Hagar the Egyptian. There's a book called Hagar the Egyptian. I don't have it out right now, but you might want to look into that book also. So he goes into Hagar the Egyptian, and then he has a son, and that son, that's his first son. Hagar bare Abraham or Abram, because he wasn't Abraham yet. The Lord hadn't changed his name to Abraham yet. So he has a son. His first son is Ishmael. Ishmael is the father of the original Arabians, not Saudi Arabia, which is a new name, but the Arabians, the original Arabian original man from Arabia. His father is Ishmael. All right. So the Muslims kind of like draw their teachings and their line or their genealogy, their line from their culture or their creed, the true teachings of I, self, Lord, and Master, which is I, God. That teaching comes straight down the line from Ishmael. All right. So that's going right in from Ishmael, Hagar, and Abraham. And because when Muhammad first started teaching the culture of Islam to the Quraysh tribe, the Sufi bear witness first, because they already knew about I, self, Lord, and Master. And they already knew that the sun, moon, and stars was the universe, and that they should bear witness to the one God. That teaching had already been established because Abraham had established it. All you got to do is look into the book called the Gospel of Barnabas, and you'll see that Abraham had already established that the 360 gods was not right, and then what? Zach. So that had already manifested itself through them, and then what happened was Muhammad was able to institutionalize the teachings of Islam by then, by 570 AD. But Islam had already been made manifest because all Islam is the submission to the will of Allah. Or in the ancient tongues, it could have been Il or El or Elohim or Yahweh, IHVH, as they say in the Masonic Lodge when they get to their Royal Arch in their 7th degree, showing and proving 7 as the infinite number. You read on, you'll go into Abraham and you see that they call Abraham a father of many nations, right? So later on, you'll see that Abraham has his second son from Sarah, and that son is Isaac. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you. Every man child in your generation, he that is born in the house or brought with money of any stranger which is not of thy seed. There's where your circumcision comes in at. And the uncircumcised man child whose flesh of the foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people, and he hath broken my covenant. All right, that's when you first see circumcision. Abraham is one of the first people that institutionalizes circumcision. All right, because Noah knew of it, and Ham knew of it, and on back, the original man, before he even came to this planet, knew of circumcision of the foreskin. So I just want you to see that part, because that's the next chapter you come up into when you going through Abraham. Because then you're going to get to Isaac. Isaac's going to have Yaqub or Jacob. Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's when you start seeing the 12 tribes. You don't hear anything about the 12 tribes of Israel until after Jacob is born. And Jacob takes the birthright from his brother. And Abraham was 90 years old and 9. So he was 99 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. And Ishmael, his son, was 13 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. In the selfsame day was Abraham circumcised in Ishmael, his son. So when Ishmael was 13, his father was 99. Now we get into the part where we show and prove in the 18th chapter that who is that mystery God. There is no mystery God. The Son of Man in search for 20 years for that so-called mystery God was unable to find it. So-called mystery God. So we lose no time searching for that which does not what exists. Because right here is where you read where the Lord appears to Abraham. Now appear means he sees him. Now and he looks up and lifts up his eyes and looks, and lo, 3 men. So you see the Lord is a man. Now, look at the spelling. The spelling is where you get your keys from. Right? He ran to meet them from the tent door and bowed himself towards the ground and said, "My Lord." Now you see, he spells the Lord with a big L-O-R-D. L-O-R-D is spelled with big. "If now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant, and let me give you a little water." He wants to feed him some lamb. You can't wash the feet of a mystery God, a spook, something that can't be seen, is not tangible. Let me wash your feet and rest yourself under a tree. So the Lord appeared unto Abraham. That's why they said that Abraham walked and talked with the Creator, who was a man. And then they'll say, "Oh no, the Lord can't be no man." But then your God don't have no real power, because then your God is limited to only being in the fleshless world, can't come to the world of flesh. So we don't want your God. We want this one here that can come down to man and be right there. And see, he says, "I will fetch a morsel of bread and comfort your heart," yada, 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 right? Now, this is where Sarah is denying. This is before she has the baby. Before she gets pregnant. So she's denying and saying all kind of crazy shit that, see right here, it says, Sarah denied, saying, "I laugh not, for she was afraid." And he said, "Nay, but thou didst laugh." You know, because that's when he stepped up. So you can read it for yourself right here. That's go to chapter 18 in Genesis and read that story, that chapter. And you'll see the little conversation that Abraham had with Sarah, where she denies the Lord. And she's like saying, "As old as I am, I can't have no child." And she laughs, and then when Abraham confronted her and the Lord confronted, she was like, no, I wasn't laughing. He was like, "Yeah, you was. Stop fronting."